One of the most common pieces of advice singers hear is, you need more breath support, or you need to sing with your diaphragm. But for many singers, that advice actually makes things worse. Why? Because no one really explains what support actually is. So when singers try to add more support or use their diaphragm, they often end up pushing more air, tightening the body and making singing harder. In this video, I'll show you why breath support is so confusing and what to focus on instead. Hi, I'm Adam from Armstrong School of Singing, creator of the SingEasy Vocal Method, a training system that's designed to build free, reliable, and expressive singing. In this video, I'll explain why the concept of breath support often leads singers in the wrong direction, and how understanding functional freedom and sequencing makes singing much easier. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand what breath support and using your diaphragm are trying to achieve. I used to teach these ideas myself. But unfortunately, the approach is fundamentally flawed. I've been taught a different version of breath support by every coach I've ever worked with. Push out here, pull in there, lift this, hold that. Some say push the ribs out, others say pull them in. The same for the stomach. It's like going to the toilet or not going to the toilet. So how can there be so many different versions? And who's actually right? Well, they're all right and they're all wrong. Why? Because they're often teaching what they feel and not necessarily what the body is actually doing. They assume two untruths about how the body works. First, that we can consciously control all the muscles of breathing. And second, that we can choose exactly how much effort to put into these muscles for every note that we sing. But human bodies don't work this way. Think about picking up a glass. You don't consciously control every muscle in your hand and arm and shoulder as you go to pick it up. What do? You give your body a task, your nervous system organizes the movement automatically, and you just pick up the glass. Singing works the same way. When the vocal folds coordinate efficiently and effectively, they create resistance to the airflow. The nervous system senses this resistance and the breathing muscles adjust automatically to match it. Why? Because that's what you're asking for. You're asking to sing. So instead of forcing breath pressure first, we allow the correct sequence. Vocal fold resistance first, breath response second. When that happens, singing becomes much easier. This is why in the SingEasy approach, we focus on freedom of function and correct sequencing. First, we establish efficient function, then we introduce resistance. This allows the breathing system to respond naturally instead of being forced. And when the sequence is correct, everything becomes easier. Right function, right order, right result. Here's a simple way to experience this. Without getting into the full breathing foundations, we can use a TH or a raspberry. First, we want to reset the body. We release tension from the torso, especially the stomach, and breathe in through the nose. Next, we exhale like we're blowing out a candle or a dandelion puffball. Now don't push, just let the air flow. Release, breathe in. Notice how your body naturally follows the breath. Now, generally speaking, as we exhale, we tend to see a gradual inward movement of the abdominal wall, and we avoid an immediate collapse of the rib cage. But the key point here is we're not trying to control that. These movements are responses, not something we need to actively do. Step 3, let's add a resistance. So we can use either the TH or a raspberry. We want to keep the same freedom of movement in the breath and the body. Or same freedom of movement, same freedom of breath. After that, we can add voice. Start with unvoiced, then bring the voice in. Or Notice how the body automatically adjusts without any conscious effort at all. It just happens. Now we can apply this to a simple scale or song. Resist the urge to push or control anything. Focus on maintaining that freedom of movement of body and breath. How? Maintain the unvoiced component. Now, that means focusing on or let the vocal folds freely adjust, even if the result is no voice. Remember, we're trying to create a new mind-muscle coordination, not get the note. Like this. Or and remember, if no voice happens, that's perfectly acceptable. That's good breath functionality. If you apply this exercise in this way, most singers will notice an immediate improvement when you return to singing the song. So if breath support has always felt confusing to you, you're not alone. Most singers don't lack support, they have too much. So instead, start focusing on coordination first, and many of your breathing and pitch problems will start to resolve themselves. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more videos on building a free, reliable, and expressive voice. And don't forget to sing easy.